What's up? Hello. Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope we are doing okay. Welcome to another PC Monks video over Bitcoin. I don't do them too often, but since it's Monday, keep in mind this disclaimer that since the content of this channel is for education purpose only. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump into this. And as I want to talk, my keyboard stopped working. Anyway, hope you guys doing okay. This is a 5 minute. Let's jump on a 1 hour. So in the 1 hour, I want to talk about this big consolidation we had here. As you could see, first we touch this. All right, ignore this little bit of emptiness, okay? You could call this slippage. So I would say we touched the top of this, the bottom of this, the bottom of this one here. You see this doji here? Do you see this one here? The bottom of this one? It's been touched, and we got rejected here. So this is the high. At the same time, before we go with the continuation, we have to talk about this area. All right, so if you separate the Bitcoin consolidation into two moves, it's the initial move, right, of the dump, the consolidation of the dump, and then one other consolidation is happening right here after this move, the upside. Okay, you could call this whole thing as a big consolidation, and I agree with you. I don't know if to you guys, but to this looks like what do you call it? A high heel to me. This looks like a high heel shoe to me. This will be the heel of it. This part is the heel, and this part is where the cover of the shoe comes, and this is gonna be the shoe itself. If you guys saw those kind of shoes, like there's a heel, and then there's a gap in between, and then there's another bigger heel here, or like the whole shoe, something like this. And why am I even talking about this? All right, anyway, let's move on. So we had this consolidation. Essentially, this buy side liquidity was tested multiple times. All right, I could say the buy side liquidity is half gone here. So we only have this one, and if it works through it and doesn't hold it around 39,964, then we're in a go to the bottom. Okay. But nonetheless, if you pay attention to this area, we had a high, we had lower high here, but then the third lower high didn't end up going lower. We hold it above the buy side liquidity. If you pay attention around here, we had double bottom and double bottom here. I mean, this is not a double bottom, this is just one bottom, and the other bottom essentially grabs the liquidity from whoever longed this area, as liquidity is grabbed here by this. Now we could see here this after we dumped, after we pumped, we made a high. We grabbed the liquidity. Essentially, we made a higher low. I don't call this a higher low, guys. This is just like a liquidity grab. This is nothing. This is just a wick. This is just a noise. Okay, it's better to not include this. Then we had another lower high. Here you could call it the first. I'm sorry, this is the lower high. Here you could call it the first higher low than this one. Moved up a little bit, got rejected at the low it is. It's very if you're playing level by level, this is very important. When you get rejected at a previous support, you could wait a couple of candles here, but well this means that it's losing it. Again, it wanted to retest this level, it got rejected, a little bit below it. A little bit below it. Okay. Right now it came here, made a double bottom with this green candle, and this is a 1 hour with this green candle right here, made a double bottom here, and right now it's holding. So what do we see here? We see a couple of stuff. On the level side, we lost everything. We lost all the bullish levels right here. All right, on the bigger picture, we see a big consolidation. All right, coming close to where the buy side liquidity around here is. We essentially filling this wick here, right? Essentially filling this wick here. So coming here, consolidating a little bit more. So we feel today is as a bullish day, And I cannot agree, nor did I, but we still have this to take. This is a very small level, by the way. Okay, very small level. I could just, increase it a little bit like this, but it's still a small level, okay? It says small level. The first one, we have to take this. So I think Bitcoin could come and retest the highs essentially here today. Um, if it holds this area. If it doesn't hold, and when I say hold first, we have to regain the previous daily close. Then we have to regain this white line. And I'm gonna change the white line to green line. It's not uh, visible at all. I'll change it to an orange line. Is that okay, sir? Right here. Upon taking this, I have hope for this on Monday. If you don't take this, then I don't have hope for any of these to happen. All right. Now let's take a look at it on the other chart. So the trend line chart talks differently here. So there's a lot of trend line here. If I want to empty a little bit of them, all right. So we were in this downward parallel channel. We exited of it here, and we exited of it here. Now here, as you guys could see, 40,800 is an important level. We've been holding it for a long time. Question is, will Bitcoin still hold it or push it higher? All right, and the fact that this is a 4 hour and we are holding this level speaks, right? I mean, I didn't see it on the other chart. I saw it just right now with you guys. Um, you see where we filled? This is a buy side liquidity volume imbalance. This is a volume imbalance, and we filled it to the teeth, guys. We filled it. Anyway, moving on. The trend line hold it here. The next trend line will be here. I don't think this one will be hold, but if we lose this, then it comes these two trend line that could hold this for us around here. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to remove a couple of these. So if that doesn't work, I would say either this white line, and then you got all these, this is a big consolidation that has to hold around this area, right? Somewhere around that area, we have to hold, right? That being said, it's getting a little bit of pullback on a lower time frame. But with that being said, guys, if we dump, I like to see if we hold this yellow line, which is 35,700. Okay, obviously we do have all these levels, but these are all scalp levels. All right, they mean something on a 5 minute. Okay, but it's this level that I want to see if it's gonna hold this yellow line, and if this yellow line works. Obviously, there's another level above this, which is this gray line. Okay, maybe I should switch this to a red. There you go, a little bit bigger. Okay, so this red line first, then this green line, and if you take a look at it, this green line intersects with this line. Okay, and this line is essentially what is one of these dotted lines from all time. It's one of these all time low. Comes from all time low. Oops, this dotted line. Okay, so we could touch that, and if we lose this, whoa, and then say hello to 32k, right around here, 32, 31k. I know it's getting a little bit messy on these trend lines. I gotta empty this, but 32k around here would be where I wanted to, to see if it's hold. Losing 32k, then we're losing 30k completely. If you would ask me, then we're gonna go to that 29k, and I don't think we're gonna go lower than that. Okay, now um, we could. I mean, there could be a capitulation candle, but we'll talk about it later. Now let me show you guys liquidity. All right, ladies and gentlemen, liquidity wise, let's talk about this one first. All right, so right around here, we could see that if I come a little bit the fundings on Bitcoin is kind of neutral. Some of them are a little bit bearish, but most of it is neutral on Bitcoin, right? But overall, we got some bearish funding, right? We'll see what happened here. Let me just remind you guys, what is that supposed to mean on a bearish funding rate? means funds are been as a bearish funding rate. Hold on, let's move on to the liquidity. Let's ignore that. Let me remove 10 and 25x. So right here, you guys could see 25 and 100x, 50 and 100x to the upside, which is 43,000. We have 440 million. Okay, only on Binance, guys. On the bottom to 4,000. I'm sorry, to 40,000 flat. You have around 200. Now let's take a look at it. And here, around 40,000 flat, we have nothing than only 600 million to the downside. To the upside, around 43,000. Can we just say 44,000 here and 1.58 billion? This could all be the big players. I doubt it, but I doubt it. Now, right here, this is the 3 days. I would like to look at a week. Like to look at a week here. All right, so the weekly shows us there are some clusters to be taken right around this area, right around 40,486. There's a or 40,527. There's around 410 million of cluster to be taken to the upside. To the upside, we have more spreaded clusters. Like it's very spreaded here. The biggest one is 343 million. Sorry for the hiccups. And that would be it. So the funding rate, guys, it says here, okay. Um, what it says, its neutral funding rate is black and 0.1. Greens are bullish, and funding rate red is bearish. The stronger the bearish or bullish sentiment, the darker the color. So when the funding rate is bearish, that means there's more shorters coming into play, okay? And when it's bullish, that means there's more longers coming into play. So a lot of shorters coming into play, and that means maybe we're gonna squeeze them all out. And with that being said, guys, let's take a look at Dixie today. Dixie took a dump last week. It took a dump, and right now it has either it wants to go lower or wants to go higher. Now, to my 2 cents, with the economy over the US, Dixie could see some lower prices coming into play today, and that would bring SPX even to some higher prices. We are essentially we hit if you take a look at the 4 hours, we hit the bottom of the absolute second high. This is the second high, right? So hit the bottom of that second high. The question is, does it want to make a new high, or it's about to essentially crash from here? But the point is that SPX looks strong still, but it's holding the top. Okay, it's holding the top. That doesn't mean that we're gonna continue go up or go down. We gotta take a look at the uh, pre-market essentially. But USDT dominancy from I've been putting time on it, and it's been crawling up, guys. It's been crawling up, and if this wants to wake up anywhere around here to retest one of these levels, it has a couple of more levels to retest too. One of them is gonna be around this level. Hold on, yeah, right around here. And that red level, if it wants to retest any of these levels, I think Bitcoin and everything will have to come down a little bit more for it to do that. And with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay green. If I want to conclude the video, I think we could go a little bit lower around this buy side liquidity one more time, okay, and maybe hold the top of it this time, or hold or anywhere around here, 40,400, 300. Hold around there, and then push it back up. If that happened, we could see some high starts to play today. If that doesn't happen on the other side, okay, if we don't go above this today, I would say maybe we see that 33 or 34K coming into play. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay green. Until next time, peace. And thank you for all your support over YouTube, anywhere, over the streams and everything. Thank you, thank you.